sometimes when you're home, you got to do a little bit of maintenance. And it's stuff that's not worth taking to the shop. So, let's get to it. With everything going on right now, it's especially with what's been going on with the shop I don't use anymore. I've been doing a lot of stuff myself and getting a lot of stuff done on the road, and the truck's doing all right, but I've had a few little things happen, and now that I'm home, we'll see if we can't get them corrected because, well, I mean, truck's broke. It's got to get fixed, so let's go get some parts. I got a couple things I got to go to town for, so we're going to get some parts and some cleaning supplies and whatnot, and we're going to get the truck fixed. We're going to head over to Kansas Truck Center. They're on south side of Wichita to see if they got the parts I need. They might. You never know. It's a Freightliner dealer, but a lot of the parts are universal, so that's a plus. What you're going to find out as you go on these little quests is a lot of these parts go from model to model a whole lot more than people would realize. And the majority of a lot of these fittings have uses in the automotive world. And if you can figure out how to cross-reference that, you can really save a lot of money because you're not paying semi prices. You're paying automotive prices. And that makes a difference. Well, here we are. So let's see if we can get this done with the least amount of pain. Wish me luck, it kind of feels like I'm cheating. So I'm on my way home now. We got the pieces that we need. Bought some red Loctite, and I bought some pigtails for the three-prong pigtails for the taillights. They were selling them. They were about like $2.60 a piece versus the $5 in the truck stop. I bought 3 of them. And these are all heavier duty than the ones you can find in the truck stop. So we'll get that all put together and we'll head home and we'll get started on the truck. So let's get back to the house and get started. Okay, so I got a little lazy on the steering video, and my bad, I'll admit it. I got it tightened up, it worked well, and I didn't put thread locker like I said you should. So let me show you what happened. In no time at all, it got a little loose again. About a week and a half. So we're going to pull this back off, put some thread locker on here, and really tighten this thing up for real. So let's do that. I hate doing things twice, but this was 100% my fault. So let's just loosen up. Oh, so we're gonna need the breaker bar now. All right, let's go get that. Just clean it up with a little bit of brake clean, real good, and that should do it right there. Need to let it dry. We'll get out of the wind. I prefer to use carburetor cleaner over brake cleaner because it's better. It doesn't leave a film, but brake cleaner will work in this case. Just make sure it's clean before you put the Loctite on. I've been having a check engine light come on and off, and well, you know, that's nothing new here. But I have it pulled up on the PeopleNet, and it pulls up on the computer. So I'll show you on the PeopleNet, and I'll show you what I did. Okay, on the PeopleNet here, this is code number 101. On this computer here, it tells me the FMI number, or FML number, so I know what it is. It's a 4, and it's just basically a voltage code. I've already replaced the sensors, so I think it's a wire. This right here is nothing to worry about, and the brake systems controllers, we're going to tackle that next because that I've got to shorten one of the lights I'm going to show you. If you have a system like this that allows you to view the codes with the FML numbers, and you can kind of figure it out, you get an idea of what's important and what's not. So these aren't important codes. Yeah, I got a brake light that kind of goes in and out, and we'll talk over that. But that's not really all that important, and this isn't, and I know this one isn't important. It's just a sensor or a sensor wire, because I've already replaced the sensor. The code went away, it came back, so I think it's a loose wire. And the reason I know it's just the sensor or the wire is because if this was a real crankcase pressure code, I would be blowing a lot more than just this one. There would be all sorts of internal chaos happening. So that's an important thing to remember. An isolated code that comes and goes like this is usually just electrical. But if you're not sure, it's always good to get checked by a shop or a mechanic. So what we have here is this part, little crankcase sensor. This is the part number. It's really easy. It's interesting. It's got a little pin on the wires that locks it in. You got to pop that out and then pull it out. But the easiest way to do one of these is to unscrew it and be very careful pulling these out. Just grab it and just work it very slowly out, because the last thing you want to do is break this tip off inside the engine. You got to go in after it, and you can, but it sucks. But we replaced this. The code went away, but it came back, so that leads me to believe it's probably a wire. So let's go out and I'll show you where it is in the engine. So as you go to the front of the engine on the crankcase filter housing, this is the part right here. This is the plug. And I'm actually, that may be it right there, but I want to put some new insulation on this. It's broken, all that, so we're going to pull the insulation off. We're going to check all these wires, and then we'll re-secure them and re-tape them up so they don't flop around, because it's not going to hit the fan, but you really don't want it to. In fact, yeah, you don't want it to. So let's fix that. Okay, so I have everything loose here. My guess is actually it's probably right here. Somebody at one time put a new plug in, so I'm not going to go any deeper than this. I'm actually going to have the mechanic do it when I get back to Sioux Falls or Sioux City, because they'll probably want to put a new plug in, and I'll have them go over all of this. But everything else actually looks really good, so let's put some new shielding over it, re-secure everything, and then go on to the next thing. And like that, we got the new shielding put on. We got it all zip tied, just kind of taped. It's a little firmer than it was. It's a little on the stiff side. I couldn't do anything with this part of it right here. It's just got to hang. But when I get up to a shop, chances are we're just going to put a new plug on it. So, hey, it's better than it was, and at least it's a little protected. The shielding is a little big, but that's what we got to work with. So I guess let's move on to the next thing. So now as we do the taillights, we got a new one of these. I don't know if we'll have to use it or not, but it's always good to have one. But I need to go get a bucket to sit on. It's pretty easy to figure out why the taillight is shorting out in the back. I put it together. What happened was I had to hack it together in a parking lot in Bassett, Virginia. If you don't know where Bassett, Virginia is, that's fine. It's in the middle of nowhere. So we're going to pop this taillight out, take it apart, see what's loose, because it's grounding out. When the power's on, there is a constant draw, so it means it's not grounded. So chances are I just need to clean the grounds and put it back together. But if the plug is bad, we'll replace the plug. So this light here has been giving me fits, so they're really easy. You just push on it and they pop right out. So let's check this plug out. Truthfully, I'll bet you all it needs is a good cleaning. This is really filthy. We'll clean it up with some carburetor cleaner and look at this mess here, and then we'll try to figure it out what's going on from there. It may just be the plug, and but it's worth a good check while we're already here. If you notice how it's twisted like this, these lights will actually turn like this. It's weird. They will actually, they're not supposed to. You can see it's ridged, but they'll literally just start turning and they'll wind up till they stop. It's a weird deal. So yeah, they all do them. So, well, this is embarrassing. Yeah, that's a parking lot job, so I think we'll just go ahead and replace this. I'll get some crimps and we'll put it together. When you do these, do them just one at a time and match the colors up, and it's really easy. Just take your time. That's all you really need to do. Just take your time and it'll come together a lot quicker than you realize. We've got the new plug all wired in, so let's get this all wrapped up and see if it works. So we got the light in now, but this is what I was talking about. They just turn. I mean, you could stop it with put a little RTV or something in there, but whatever. So let's go see if it works. All right, we have park lights. That's what was out. So let's see the blinker. And the blinker works too. They both do. Hooray! I know it's a little windy out there, and hopefully the audio is okay. A lot of these repairs are very, very easy. There's one more out there that we're not going to tackle. I got a leaking tire. They're easy to find, but sometimes you have a tire that leaks so slowly that you got to keep airing it up for several days till you find the leak. This is one of those. I'll find the leak here in a couple of days and we'll get it fixed. But these are repairs that are easy to do and anybody can do them. But part of the reason that we don't do them, that we hire them out, is because our time is valuable. It's not that we can't do them. It's that there are more important things to do at home. And if you got a family, wife, loved ones, whatever, pay somebody to do these things. I mean, yeah, I got them all done in a couple of 3 hours. Not even that, maybe an hour, really, because I already had everything planned out. But if you can't do it on the road or you can't do it at a company shop, yeah, it's going to be a little extra money, but, you know, if you got the time at home, yeah, do it. But your time at home is valuable. So if you don't have the time at home to do it, send it up the road to the shop. Let those guys do it. Yeah, it's going to cost you some money. But you know what? It's going to be done, and hopefully done right, and your truck will be ready to go, and you got some good quality time and some good quality home time with your loved ones. Especially this season, Easter's coming up, or here, I don't know. With summer coming on and things like that, there's going to be a lot of important things to do outside with family and friends. And the last thing you really want to be doing on a nice 70-degree day like this is wrenching on a truck. So, like I said, these things are easy to do. They're easy to diagnose. And all of these you could do in a truck stop parking lot if you had to. So, I hope this video was fun. There's not a whole lot here, but it's just little bits and pieces in my day. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next video.